Welcome back to Skidmore Family Farm. Today we are going to do some patching and prep work for the siding here. This is like a fiberglass siding board, and we are going to patch up this textured part. It's basically old and damaged, but this is all fresh paint, so we don't really have to do too much. All this patch requires is that it be at least primed, so it should adhere nicely to this, and we're just going to smooth this out where it has the damaged part just to give it a little bit better curb appeal, so when we put the house up for sale it's not something that people might shy away from. This is a resin patch, so it's made for exterior patching. It's good for concrete, stucco, this fiberglass board, wood siding. You can patch wood siding or anything like that. Most of your exterior siding materials, any of that, like I said, stucco, pretty much everything this will adhere to. So, and it's made for exterior stuff and interior patching. It's a heavy duty, probably one of the better patching materials that you can use. So let's get started. And this is pre-mixed. You don't have to add anything to it. You don't have to stir it. It's all ready to go. You just open the can and have at it. What it looks like. It's just a spackling putty type material, and this is not water based, so it's a lot more durable than a lot of the compounds that are water based. And I'm going to apply this basically like you would drywall mud. We'll take the smaller putty knife, spread it out, take the larger putty knife to even it out, and take the trowel marks out. And this is sandable, so any of this roughness will be able to be sanded once it dries and cures. not looking for perfect here. We're just trying to fill in, like I said, this really rough texture from the neglect of the last homeowners. This house sat for 5 years vacant, if you're new to the channel, before I bought it. I believe it foreclosed on. Back taxes were owed on it, and this went up for sheriff's auction, and the investor bought it and then turned around, kind of halfway cleaned it up, and then I bought it as is and have done all the work since. If you go back through our other videos, you can see some of the stuff that we did in the past to improve the house. But we're not looking for perfect, we're just looking to fix this obvious stuff. And like I said, this is sandable, so any of the little ridges that you see, we'll be able to knock the edge off of that and feather the edge this out to a point that it's not quite so obvious that it's been patched. And this is already starting to dry up. It's starting to slide as I trowel it. So we're going to go ahead and let this stop, or go ahead and let this finish drying. I think I might try a texturing roller on this. I don't know if you can see. This has a texture to it. If you look up here, it's kind of like dimpled. I don't know if you can see that or not. Kind of has like an orange peel type texture. But we're gonna try and use that, roll over it real quick as it gets that little skin coat on it, and see if that will give us a little bit of texture to match up with. Okay, I found the texturing brush or roller, and I'll show you this. This is like little metal loops. It's like woven, and I think it's, I don't know if it's nylon or metal, but it's used for texturing, and it makes a similar texture to what we have here, but I'm not sure how, if it will stick to this or what. So this is the first time using this on the spackling patch, so we'll see if we can't make it match up a little bit. don't think this is gonna work. Nah, we're not gonna mess with this. We'll just leave it smooth. I'll sand it down once it dries. I'll sand it smooth and we'll just roll with it. I might use this on the paint to texture the paint and see how that works. That's basically what this is made for. It's made for paint, but we'll see if that can match up the texture a little better, but if not, we'll just leave it smooth. And I'm gonna go ahead and start patching the rest of this, and once I get this patched, it will be primed or sanded and then primed. And then we still have the window trim. If you remember back a month or so ago, I replaced the front windows and did the handrail. We've got to get another post to match up this handrail here, like these posts here. And then we will make a handrail coming down on this side of the steps and get this, once all the repairs are done and primed, we will go ahead and start painting everything to match the colors that are already on there, the light blue gray and dark blue gray. But we're trying to get this patching done first because of the dry times and stuff and sanding, and in between priming and dry times and sanding and all that stuff, we'll be working on the vinyl siding on the barn, getting it caught up again. The poison ivy set me behind, and didn't really feel too good for about a week with the poison ivy, and all the steroid medication kind of messed me up a little bit, but we're getting back on track and gonna get the house up for sale hopefully this week.